Corner. Today, we're going to learn about opposition. Now, opposition is one of the key main things in endgames, so let's get to learning it. Now, opposition is when there's one blank square in between two kings in an endgame. Now, the goodness of opposition is you're blocking the king out, basically. The king can't move forward at all, and neither can white's king. So, if it was black's move, black would have to step aside, and white's king could come up. Now, let's learn about how opposition is useful in pawn endgames. This position, white has the opposition. It really depends who has the opposition, but here, let's just say white has the opposition, and it's black to move. So, if black can move, black has to move to the side or backward because he can't advance, right? All three of these squares are covered by the white king. And yeah, so let's just say the king steps aside, then you can advance, and then if he comes back, you get the opposition again. So now you have to step aside again, then you can move forward, and then when he comes up, you then push your pawn. Then you keep pushing, then eventually you just gotta move over, then you get a queen. So, yeah. Now, here's a confusing position that a lot of kids have trouble with. This position, I like to call it the perfect position, because let's just say it was white to move, okay? Now white would have to step aside, and black, if he's defending, he doesn't advance, because then that just did what white wanted to do for him. Instead, the black king moves over and keeps the white king from coming up. Now here, the pawn can push, and when the king moves back, you go here, and the king's only move is to go here, and then the king goes up and get the queen. So, but in this position, if it was white's move, then it's actually a draw here, because if the white king moves over, you just move your king over, and you're guarding all the invasion squares with your own king. And then if white tries to advance his pawn now, once he goes here, you have a backup square. And if the king tries to advance, white can't make another move. If he could, then we'd get into that position. But the king can step aside, and the white king doesn't want to go here. The black king would get in front of the pawn, and it's basically a draw. So white might be obliged to push the pawn, and then the king would move back here, and if it only were black's move here, the black king would have to step out, but unfortunately it's white's move, any king move, except from d6 loses the pawn. So if the king goes to d6, it is stalemate here. So, thank you very much for watching about this video about opposition and simple pawn endgames. We hope you will join us next video, and we'll see you later. Bye.